Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe. So today I decided I'm going to do a funky French nail. Pretty simple, but pretty fun. I've done it like 3 times this week on my clients. I'm going to go ahead and grab out my products I'm going to use. Well, we could pick it together. I'm going to use it from all of our new glitters. So I'm just going to put these to the side here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. What I did is I built out her nail, but I haven't filed them, okay? So I built it out so I could go over filing and also get to design pretty quick today, okay? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my X-Cut. So I'll use my X-Cut. You also could use your safety bit. It's completely up to you, whatever you prefer. Same bit as far as how it's going to file, and it performs very, very well. I'm going to put a paper towel down. I'm going to start doing what I do in salon a lot too. I use a lot of paper towels and I use a lot of these towels. These towels right here, I love them so much. I really do, but I also like to go in between with the paper towels. These ones are actually there's 50 count. It's Nouveau, and there's 50 towels in each one. And what I like about these ones is on the backing of it, it's kind of a plastic. So even if you were to do liquid art or something, it's not going to transfer to the other side. Love these. And these ones are very, very smooth. Okay, then I have another brand, and this is from Handsdown. See, Handsdown. And this is nail towels lint free as well, but this has this texture to it. See how it has a little honeycomb kind of texture to it? This too, nothing could go through here. So I love them both actually. This you could use on either side. This other one, and that's why I like these for acrylic a lot, because you could fold them. These ones you could only use on one side because there's a plastic backing. So you have choices of what you could use. Those are all from Gemini Cosmetics, and my paper towels are from Costco. So let me go ahead and start with this. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Lift this up for me for a sec. It's caught. I think it's caught on the wheel. There you go. Thank you so much. Okay. So, hold on one sec. I can see my little lap here. Okay, so now let's start filing. You've seen me build these before. All I did was build like let me see if they're kind of the same length. Yeah, I figured they were. So interesting because on Sally, I mean, this is a lot longer like ours too, but a lot of times you could go like this to make sure they're the same length. They looked like they were. So I'm going to go to 12,000 RPMs, okay? Let me make sure these are in good. They are. So let me move this up so I am in view for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start filing with my X-Cut. And if you're afraid to use your X-Cut, I'm going to explain to you right now. When I'm not putting pressure, this will give you confidence, because if you put pressure and you're not used to it and it's not the right angle, it will kick back. So what I'm going to do is no pressure, just parallel with the nail. See how straight I get my side right here? I'm going to come right here, just touch it. Just touch it, and you're holding it like a pencil. You're not holding it way back here. A lot of people think you need to hold the file here, and then you're trying to balance with your pinky, and it feels so awkward through here, and you can't really get where you need to go, and you start feeling pain through all of here. Hold it like you're going to write something down. My nails go over it because I have long nails, that you really hold it here like as if you're going to write. That will help you so much as well. So I'm going to come in through here. Now I'm going to go around the cuticle. Again, no pressure. I'm doing no pressure, just contact, okay? Let's look at it sideways, come in right here. I'm in zone 1, no pressure, just going over it. And you could see the marks in zone 1, and you'll see when I start to go to zone 2, you could see it go down a little more. Okay, no pressure, just guiding it over it, like setting it down and guiding it over it. Now I'm going to thin it out in zone 3 to 2. So what I'm following is a roadmap that's called eye formation. And you can see right here how I have my arch in. So what I like to do, some people with eye formation, they get their sides and they come straight here and don't do their cuticle first. That is absolutely correct. It's whatever works best for you. Hold on, let me go out a tad bit. You just have to cover all your steps, okay? Why I like to get my cuticle connected first is because I like to see how tight and high it is and to see how much I need to bring down. So it kind of gives me the illusion of where I need to go from there. So everybody's different. There's people who I've worked with that start at zone 3 and work their way up. It doesn't matter as long as they're covering all their zones. Hold on one sec. Okay. So what I'm going to do from here is, I'm going to come in right here. Look down the barrel of the nail, and I'm going to look straight down the barrel, and I'm going to bring my E-file straight up and down and start working it from zone 1 on the side into zone 2. And what that's doing, notice I never pressed on zone 2. I went up to zone 2. Okay, there's a reason. If I start doing it here, I liked my apex here. That's going to mess up what I have, and I could file off too much. So I like to go back if it looks thick and go back to my eye formation. So right now all I'm doing is just aligning everything up. And today we're doing a funky French, and it's going to be on top of the nail. Usually I'm dimensional, right? But this is super cool. I've had a lot of fun doing it. Let me see. I don't know if that cured all the way there. It could have been sitting when I put Sally under the light. It feels a little soft right there, so I'm just going to cure it. It has a different ride to it. That hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I wasn't paying attention to Sally. She was probably in there sideways. So let me just make sure I give her some cure time and see. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come in right here. Yeah, perfect. Must have just been hanging out a little sideways there. If you guys have any questions, Eric will shoot them my way. If you're excited about this funky French episode, let me know by smashing the like button. Also, liking and subscribing and sharing is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so I actually really like the shape of the nail right now. I think it looks really good. I guarantee you I'm favoring a side, but I really like the thickness right here in my apex. And it's looking very, very, very nice. So let's come in right here. Same thing. Lightly touch her. All I'm doing is making contact. Now, if you're nervous that this is going to hit her skin, as long as you've seasoned it, you're fine. I'm not going to season this one again because I'll run it, but I'm going to show you what I do. So I turn on my E-file. Hold on, this must not, must be clogged up here. I did some acrylic and that's probably what it was. There it goes. So what I do is I turn on my E-file, but I'm not going to turn on right now. I'm just going to show you. And I could create another short for this. I come in right here because that's like coming in this way, right? You could cut yourself. So I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're done. Okay, that's all you need to do. So if you make contact with it, that's going to take off the sharp spots. So it gives you confidence to use this, and it worked very, very well. Hold on. Okay. So it's not going to hurt if it slightly touches her. But the more you do this, the more you know your clearance, like where to stop and start. You're not digging into her side. If this part's touching her right here, it's never going to hurt either. Not even here. See how I'm even kind of pushing a little? That's not cutting me, and that's not cutting me because I have my sharp edges off. I can't stress that enough. And let's say you did that and you go and you kick back. You have to ask yourself 2 questions. One, was my angle parallel? Parallel means even with what you're filing. If you come in at a weird angle, it's going to kick back no matter what bit you're using. So you're going to ask yourself, were you parallel? Or sometimes you need to go back and season it again because maybe you didn't put enough pressure. It's just slight pressure, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Those are the 2 things. And then you should be able to come around the world here and it not kick back with no pressure, just contact. A lot of people ask me that question. How do you do that and it not kick back? That's how I do it. I don't put pressure. This is turning 12,000 times a minute around and doing the work for me. Okay. That's the beautiful thing about this E-file. Okay, so this looks pretty good here, just comparing them. Once I feel like the width looks similar, pretty similar, now I'm going to go to here. So let's check these out. Let me dust this off a little because I kind of want to show you detail. So I wanted to spend time kind of on my shaping and then going into a funky French. Funky French. Hold on, let me see right here so you could see it a little more. Okay, there we go. So when you look right here, they're not too far off, right? So all I need to do is file a little more here, hardly nothing here, and more here as I'm comparing it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the cuticle first. Come around the cuticle. No pressure, just flat parallel on it, okay? So what that leaves is you could see what I'm talking about. You could see how I have it tight and you could see how far this comes up. I kind of want to soften it a little. So what I'm going to do is go from zone 1, no pressure, just contact, zone 2. Right now I'm at zone 2 a little. Let me move this out a little. Let me show you before I move it out. See how I'm kind of hitting? I need it out just a tad bit more. And see my clearance now? It's not going to hit anything. Oh, I'm getting to show you all the tricks right now. That is super important. Okay, especially with doing long nails. Short nails, you're never going, you could have it all the way back, you're totally fine. So see right here how I have the clearance to actually use my zone 2? Okay, so let's check it out now. See how it's coming together and it's looking more like your other. So what I'm going to do here is, let's make sure this is completely straight. Let's make sure this is hanging a little. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come straight into zone 3 right here. Work my way back to 2, to 3, to 2. Okay, I'm going to hit this right here just to make sure it's very straight there and not with Sally. It's harder to get the file right there. So this looks great. So what I'm going to do here is compare them, right? Compare them down the barrel. And I need to straighten this and slightly come in on my sides here. Okay. Okay, this is looking so good. I think I'm going to kind of bring her straighten up. Now let's compare it again. Almost done. I could thin this out a tad bit more. So let's come in and thin it out a tad bit more. So see how when it looked thicker, I came back to my long part of my eye formation. Okay, so I'm coming in. Let's check this out. See how they're looking more alike now? Okay, so what I'm going to do is come in right here. Now I am going to look at it this way. Client profile. Okay, so now I could make them more straight. Come in right here. She's a little more pointy. No pressure here. Just make contact and make sure it's parallel. Parallel means even with the fingernail, with the product on the fingernail. I'm going to look down the barrel a little. Okay, those look pretty good. I'm going to put it this way and I'm going to change. Let's go ahead and dust myself off and my bit off. Now remember, when you use a dust extractor, you're always going to have dust on your hands, but notice the rest of my arms and stuff, I don't have dust on it. This is designed to keep it from your face and all over your clothes, but really your face. So it is a must-have. So I'm going to change this to my arbor band. And I was on 12,000, the number 12 on my Young Nails e-file. 12,000 RPMs on a different one. So if you don't have numbers and you have a dial, say from here to here, I probably was almost straight up, not quite, kind of to here. So like I said, if you have a dial and it's speed from here to here, you're about right here or even up. So you'll feel the filling. So what you're going to do is you're going to start filing. And if you're feeling the need to put pressure, there's two things that are happening. One of them, your bit is dull, okay? It's so you need to change it, or that your speed isn't high enough and you need to put slight pressure, okay? So those are some tips I could give you for that. Now with this bit, this is my 150 arbor band, right? Here's they're the American nails. They are my favorite. I love Young Nails ones too, but these for some reason I just like how they store. I like that they're perforated. It doesn't matter which one I use, but if you're out of them and you're ordering from Gemini, try American Nails. They're awesome, very awesome sanding bands. And they're, you know, you really can't, not all sanding bands are created equal. Some of them may say medium and they're more coarse. If they look like they have sand hanging off of them, chances are I wouldn't put that on the natural nail bed. So you never want to use anything from 150 or anything from 150. So like say 156 up is too much for the natural nail. Okay. It's too aggressive. So what I'm going to do here is go around the cuticle and come through everything. Come around our cuticle. Okay, so now I'm going to come this way again, and let's just see. Can I get it a little tighter? I can. I can. So I try to do as much with my drill bits as possible. Okay. So I'm going to turn that off. Let's go ahead and empty this out. And I am going to file these. So I want you to see what they look like. So let me kind of dust this off. So this is what I'm left with right here. I still have to hand file, okay? Hand filing, what hand filing is going to do, it's actually going to make everything come into play and be tighter. Sometimes it looks pretty perfect to the eye, but you'll see how much I'll get this even nicer. I come in and check my 4-point filing. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. So what I'm doing is making this come up even. See, I'm making it come up even. And then I'm going to come here and see how it's hanging a tad bit. You could all the way to the end come up every time until the very end. This step is going to make everything super tight and really nice. So I'm going to blend everything in. I like my nails to be very, very thin all around the perimeter, but I like it to have its strength. Very, very pretty shape now. Okay, now I'm going to look at them both and I'm going to come in right here. See how I put my fingers on one side? What this is doing is bracing my client's fingernails so it's not going to be sore when she leaves the next day or that evening, okay? So it also helps you get your shape in very fast as well. If you're doing this, see how the fingernail moves? It does that on a person too, see? You need to brace it. Okay, let's blend this all in. Let's compare them. They're looking very nice. Go around the cuticle area. Again, no pressure here. All I'm doing is making sure I have enough file to write on. So as you drag it, that is filing it for you, fine-tuning it. If you do this, you're going to be there forever. Or if you're holding your file like this and you don't allow yourself enough room to glide it, you're going to be there a long time and your shape's never going to come out as what you're trying to achieve. So it's easier if you write it. So this is writing it. See how I'm writing it and then I follow through. Okay, right here, write it. Then I slow like that's fine at your tip. Okay, so let's come in here. Again, all I'm doing is touching it and gliding it, and you see how it's making everything very, very smooth. Let's come here, and I've looked at this view 3 times already. I've looked at it with my X-Cut, my arbor band, and now with my file. This is what helps me keep my nails on point. We're human, so it's not going to come out the same every time. So we have to make sure we're not heavy-handed on one side every time we bring it back to not client profile. So once it looks good here, I'm not going to touch it here unless I think I need to do something underneath. And if I needed to do something underneath, it would just be to check it to make sure it's all straight. See how it's hitting parallel on here? It all has to touch parallel. So some of you guys, your shaping has gotten so amazing. So nice. So I just wanted to reinforce it again. And some of you are new on here seeing it for the first time. So if you enjoyed that, please let me know by pressing the like button. Thank you so much. And also for liking and subscribing. So I'm going to come in right here. Now I'm going to see right here, it's a little off. I'm going to make sure I come in right here and my sides are very, very clean. I'm super picky with my shape. You can't tell by the shape of my nails right now. I need to do my nails. I will do them eventually. I've rigged them up and rigged them up. It's time to make them pretty again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually they're pretty good for as many times as I've rigged them up. So I am now going to go into swipe to change my pH balance and to clean off any debris, anything on there. Try underneath. Long nails, there's a lot of dust underneath there, okay? So I always get that out. Okay, so now remember yesterday, those of you who were on Twitch with us, I told you I was going to show you when I like to use a non-tack polish as opposed to a tacky polish, or like in certain situations, right? So I'm going to give you that example right now. I'm going to use one that cures with a tacky residue and one that doesn't, okay? So this will be helpful to you. Actually, to do either or, and I use both. It just depends what color I have in stock and what I'm going to do. So I was thinking I'm going to use, and I believe I haven't used this. Maybe I have used it in a collage of a nail, but this is Man Go Away. Such a cute color. I'm going to use Man Go Away and Goldie, and it's like a bright, funky, just cool color. And I actually used this same color on my hairdresser, and it came out so beautiful. And I actually took my grandma to get her hair cut by her. She does her hair too. And I was like, your nails are so hot right now. And I did them, but it's different when you see them out of the salon and just her shape and everything. So I just copied exactly what I did to her right now. We were doing something kind of fast, but wanted it to look really cool. She told me she wanted something like a French and fade, and I'm like, ugh, boring in my head, right? But you know, people like that. I'm like, how about we do a funky French? And she's like, I trust you. So I think what I'm going to use, I was pulling out some of my glitters, and I think I want to use Goldie Girl. Okay, Goldie Girl is such a pretty glow. I could use Golden Glow. Or is this one Golden? This one's Goldie Girl. Oh, Golden Glow is a little more finer, but I want a little more texture. Same color, just a little more finer. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side, and we're going to do this from the top. Now, one thing I didn't do was her cuticle work, so I'm going to do that really quick, but I always kind of clean it a little to see, and then I come back with my cuticle bit, and honestly, this is one of my favorite bits, you guys. If you don't have this, you need it. Different companies make them. I feel Young Nails is the sharpest. It lasts the longest. But there's a lot of great brands out there. So I am going to put this on 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs. And this is a little too far out. Hold on. I don't know why I put it out that far. I'll push it all the way in. So I'm going to go like 6,000. And I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to clean up her cuticle area. This is going to help your polish to go on flawless, plus give the appearance of a perfect or pretty clean cuticle area. And that sells, trust me. I was kind of off. You saw a little, sorry about that. I was off centered. I apologize. So let me make sure here. Okay. So what I'm going to do from here is come in with my protein bond, and I'm going to protein bond her entire nail. Okay. Protein bond her entire nail. And if you like this color I have on her nails, I've been building with this color on all my clients' nails because I go through different colors lately. I've been really hooked on this. So I either mix half concealer pink and half like clear sculptor in the tube or clear build. Okay. Or you could use this color right here that I used, which is, let me see where I put it. I'm almost out of it. So I used this color right here, and it is by Light Elegance. Two of my favorite gels is Young Nails and Light Elegance. Those are the only two I would put on my clients personally. I love how they work. They are very similar. This one here, I love that have that color pre-mixed, and that's how I created. When I saw this color, I ended up making it with Young Nails, but I actually built her nails with this color today. So you've seen me build and mix that other color in my other ratios, but if you don't feel like mixing, you could purchase Light Elegance and it's already mixed. But I cannot steer away from Protein Bond and my base, my base and Protein Bond. So this is the color of it. See how it's kind of see-through? Okay, so I need to mix more of my Young Nails one. When I don't have it, I just grab this. This actually cures very shiny. It has an ingredient in it to where you don't have to file if you don't want to. It's like super, super shiny when you're done. Young Nails doesn't have that ingredient, but we file with Young Nails. So I use this the same way I would use my Young Nails. I treat it the same way. So that's just a quick tip for you guys. If you haven't tried Light Elegance, I think you would love it if you love Young Nails too. So just a little tip inside of that. So let's carry on. I just used Light Elegance gel on Monday or on me. Nails by Sandra. Girl, yourself. What did you think of it, Sandra? Like, what was different to you? Because it's interesting. I want to hear what you say, like as far as how it workability, how did it cure, how did it feel while it was curing? Like, did you notice any difference? Because I do. I notice a slight difference. Performance, Young Nails and them both perform amazing, amazing. Okay, but I noticed that my clients really noticed that they don't get heat spikes. They could go directly under the light when I use this. So I need to figure out what's the difference of the ratio of ingredients. It really doesn't matter, but it could be just them, because if they're going longer than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you could feel a burn, but there was a lot less of that. I get a Light Elegance builder in the bottle and I love it. It self-levels and was shiny without a top coat. Yes, Lena, it does. They do include the top coat, but this is more expensive than Young Nails as well. They're both equally with their ingredients. This just has a little bit of extra stuff like the shine and stuff. But honestly, if you buy something like this and you buy something like this, I forgot what the price of this is. Do you know what the price of this one is? This one's like 50 some, and this one's like 60 or 70. I'm not sure. Should I look it up and tell me what the price of a 50 milliliter Light Elegance is, if possible? And I'll give you guys the prices. I know this is 59 now. I need to look at both. I don't even remember the prices. I just order now. It's so bad. But this is a little more expensive. Now, they don't sell, if you're not a professional, they don't sell to not the professional. But if you're on a website, a company that sells them all, chances are you may be able to get it through an online order. Okay, go to Gemini Cosmetics and you could order any of these things. Okay, yeah, like LE has less heat. Exactly, it kind of did, yes. But as performance-wise and workability, both are the same to me, pretty much. Okay, so now what we're gonna do? Okay, here you go, babe. Okay, Eric's going to look it up and see. And then just price it compared to the 50 milliliter of, or ounces, not milliliters, of Young Nails. Okay, so while he's looking that up, I am going to get a few colors. I decided I wanted to use Sheer White Manicure. I love this color. This is one of my top colors. I have a few of them. Sheer Pink's pretty too. I need to post a picture of one of my clients' nails. Her nails are so gorgeous right now. And she has just this builder on her with Sheer Pink 101 over it. It's very pretty. I don't think I have it with me here. I don't have it. I grabbed a ballerina. It's out of stock? But how much is it? The 50 milliliter?
The 10 millimeters out of stock. The 50's in stock.
How much is the 50? Okay. So I love this color. So this is going to have a tacky residue, okay? So what I did is I brought in some of my Gel X colors. Yeah, $74.95, but you could get a discount, right? You could get, let me see it. You could get, let me have the bottle, please. You could get a discount, and normally this stuff really isn't discounted unless they're having a sale, MJY 15, just remember that. So you would get a discount on this, and you would get a discount on this too. So if you're running out or you just want to try it, they do have 10 milliliter, 30 milliliter, and 50 milliliter. Okay, so I just brought this light shadow collection, and I do own this whole collection. The reason why I own this whole collection, I'm a nude girl. You guys know me in nudes, and I'm a nail tech behind the table, so I want all the nudes. I have all D&D's nudes, and I have all of their nudes. Of course, all Young Nails nudes. I'm just a nude freak. Even all Goldie's nudes. Like, I'm just a nude. I like nude colors. So I don't know what color I'm going to use from this. So it doesn't have to be this brand. Gemini used to sell this brand. They don't anymore. I believe you have to get everything through them. But, and they don't go on sale very often at all unless you buy them at a show or something. So, remember D&D is a non-tack. And I know that Gemini sells some non-tack polishes. I just don't think I have any here right now. So I just wanted to bring some out to see. So let's just skip to the chase and go to the next. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do my white, sheer white. I love this color. And what I love about this color, this is Young Nails Sheer White. What I love about this color is you could build on it and it still looks very thin and tight. And what I mean by build on it, it means if you want to go really milky or light milky like this, you could go up to 3 coats and not feel like you've added any thickness on your nail. My favorite gel polish is Manicure, Young Nails Manicure, for a lot of reasons, because it cures so tight. I like you have the option of a sticky residue because typically I like to work with a sticky residue. You very rarely see me work with a non-tack. But on this, they also have like Go Time, right? Go Time is my least favorite polish, but it is one of our most popular, right? It sells. That's why Young Nails still has it. So I don't like it really because it's a built-in top coat like most of these are, but I just don't like it for me. So let me come a little more here. But Manicure Top, the best. And what do you guys think about it? Do you agree with me? Have you tried Manicure Top before? Okay, so on this one, I'm going to decide what color I want to use. This one is Ghosted. It's kind of a really pretty, has a little bit of like a peach in it. This one is I Vow to You. Very peachy. I don't think that one's going to be the one, but that's a pretty color. This one is Mistakes and Moscato. Huh?
Zoom out.
Zoom out? Okay, sorry about that. I zoomed way in. So this is Mistakes and Moscato. What a cute name. I'm dying. Okay, it's between these two. That's a good way to deal with your mistake. Have a Moscato. I think I'm going to use this one here, but this is very pretty as well. This would just make it, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Okay, I wonder why it's off. I wonder what happened to my, hold on 1 minute. Let me refresh my screen real quick, you guys. Oh yeah, I am way zoomed out and it's not showing on my thing. I don't understand why.
You're good. No.
I was good here. Sorry guys, I'm just going to use this one. No problem. So I'm going to use Ghosted with this. Okay, so this is going to cure with a non-tack. Now, I haven't even cured this one yet. When you use these colors, you're going to cure for 1 full minute, okay? Because non-tack colors, you want to make sure you cure for 1 full minute. Particularly dark, lighter colors, you could probably get away with like 45 seconds. I just put it in there for the minute, and it's because they're usually highly pigmented, but this is their nude series. I still just follow that rule. I'm going to put 1 coat down with this, and this is going to cure to a non-tack. Let's see. I'm out of frame. Okay, hold on. Let me reposition.
Right there.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to reposition myself so I know what's the middle. I have a guideline here. Okay, now this is a much thicker polish. See this? It is a much thicker polish, and this polish is designed to build on. So meaning if you want to have it really sheer, hold on, this is driving me crazy. Let me wipe the brush here because I don't want any product on my brush and I want to make it a little thinner. This is designed to build on. Like you could do it very thin. I would do it thin no matter what, but you could also add a couple coats if you want more coverage. I feel like there's dust on here, you guys. Hold on 1 minute. There's like little particles. See if it's going to self-level over it. So this isn't my favorite polish, but I do like them a lot. They're just a little thicker, so you really, that's what I'm trying to get out. This is real life issues here. So you really have to make sure your brush is very parallel. And then I'm going to get, hold on 1 second, my striper brush. And with these colors, I typically have to do this a lot just because it's a little thicker. And I come in here. Okay, and I like that. So that has like a really cool coverage, a little more milky. This probably would be like 3 coats of manicure top. Okay, so I'm going to cure her 1 full minute. Do I have any questions about this at all? Okay. Manicure top and gloss are my favorites. Just depends on what I'm doing. 100%, right? Manicure top is such a pretty top coat, but I wouldn't put it on my hairdressers because I would have to see them the next day. They would have stained nails. Although it's just because it's a soft gel. So rule of thumb, if it's a soft gel, chances are you are risking it to stain. So soft gels or not a pure hard gel is a non-tack finish top coat or a soft gel top coat with a tacky finish. Oops. Do 30 more. I didn't put 60. I accidentally did 30. So you like Coupa top coat because it's getting thicker. Then it is getting thicker the more I use, I think, because it's been cold. Yeah, you know, your top coats are thicker on your bristles and your brush when you're applying. When it's colder weather, always is going to pick up more. It's thicker in there. It takes a longer to self-level. It's just, that's part of being a nail tech, right? We have to figure it out. Okay, here we go. So right here, this one, when I touch it, it's a slight tack, but not much. Let's see. Very slight tack. I'm going to cure it a little bit more. The D&D nudes have 0. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to cure it 30 more seconds for the tack to go away. No problem. I should have paid attention at first. No problemo. It's like ever so slightly tacky, like so slight. I'm going to see if it goes all the way away. But I do know my nude colors in D&D don't do that. So it's just a non-tack. But they also non-tack when you're working with non-tack. My recommendation to you is top coating 1 at a time, because if you go on a bunch of them, and you guys have noticed this, some of you I've helped you with, you're like, why are they flooding? It's because there's no grit or tacky texture to hold on to it, so it's going to flow where? In your cuticles. Okay, there we go. That's how I want it. So really it was like 1.5 minutes fully cure. This is tacky, this is manicure. So I am going to get my manicure cleanser and I'm going to wipe her off. Now I'm not wiping off the non-tack, okay? I'm doing 2 at a time, 2 different ones, 2 different looks a little too. But see how beautiful manicure is? I'm telling you, manicure is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm going to take a brand new 150 and I'm going to come up right here and buff her nail. You have to buff the entire nail and kind of on your sides, hit it with the other side to kind of put those grooves in. Okay, So what I'm going to do from here is come in with swipe, or yeah, you could come in with swipe. Doesn't matter. Just a little bit, and go ahead and wipe that off. So now we're going to start our funky French. So I'm going to get and put a tad bit here just in case I need it, okay? So let me go up a little here. There's a little bit here. So I'm just going to freestyle it. This is just a cured, right? A cured gel with a non-tack. So, and I wouldn't copy what I'm doing on all of them. I would come in, and you could do multiple things. You could come in and like just go like kind of funky like this. You could leave it on one side, or you could come a little lower here and come in lower. I honestly would just make it up as I go too, like really cool. Let me come up a little higher here. There we go. And here, let's come up. This looks better as a full set, so that's why I'm just doing 2 in a row. This other one, you could come in and do like a funky, 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 funky. Let's see. So what I did is I did this on one side and then funky on the other side. And then let me come in a little more round here. That looks cute. I kind of don't like this one. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe it off. No problem. Let me come in right here. I'm gonna use this. I would use my Young Nails my little pads, but right now I'm using a Kleenex because it has no fuzz on it. I'm going to redo that one because I really like this one. And then you could come in the other side and then do a full one like on the thumb. Just use your imagination, okay? I'm going to come back in here with this. Let's come in this way, this way, this way, this way. And then we'll come in here, and then I'm going to come skinny here. I like that better. Now, Goldie doesn't cure with a huge tack, right? It has a slight tack to it. So I love doing this with the Goldie colors because it will still hold on to my glitter. Okay, so we have this here. Let me come up a little higher. Yeah, I like that. And I wouldn't match any of them. I would just use the same color through the entire nail. This is taking me longer than it did on any of my clients. How funny. No problem. Wait, hold on. I could see I wiped off some of the color here. I kind of want a little more color there. So what I do is I always come right here when I do the tip because I don't like my polish underneath. I think it looks tacky. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cure this. For 30 seconds. Is it even on? No, it's not on. Let's see. Hi, I'm back. Hi, Crystal Copeland. So cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Goldie Girl. I know most of you guys have this color. If you don't, it's a must. And I own more than one because you don't want us to run out of this. We had a lot, but it's not going to be here forever. So just make sure you order again. Add a Golden Glow, Goldie Girl, Luna, Posh. Those are the colors you don't want to run out of. I feel like my absolute favorite is Goldie Girl, Golden Glow, and Luna. But I don't know. I have some pretty new colors. Moonstone, all those colors are really pretty too. You could use whatever color you want. This is just my color of choice. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to get a brush. Let me make sure I'm in the middle here. So I am going to come right here. There's a slight tack. And trust me, if you have a tack in the back end, your glitter is going to stick to it, okay? So you still try to be precise with it. And I'm still going to have to clean it up a tad bit, but not a whole lot. Can I push on this, push on this? If I want a little more, I'll come here and push with it. See how I could push it in a little more when I touch it? It kind of makes it a little heavier. It's just a little trick I do. You could wear gloves. It is up to you. Everybody has their own thing they do. All this is going to come off because there's no tack there. You just have to make sure it's off or it will stay there when you go with your top coat, okay? So just make sure you have it all off. See how it's coming off really easy? Make sure all this is pushed in. This is so cute to me. I think it's adorable. Let me get a little closer for you. Okay. So now let's do our other one. So I charge $35 for a painted French. That's what my charge. You could charge what you would like, but I would charge, if you're painting it is extra, it's just not polished, even if you charge $5. You have to start somewhere, right? So being that I use glitter, it adds $5 more. So it is still an upsell. Even if you did $10 more on all the nails and your prices may be a little lower, doesn't mean you're not good. It's just maybe your area, you're starting to build up your clientele. All of those factor in. But this is like just a really super cute, but basic, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is put her back under the light, okay? I'm going to put her under the light because there is still some curing time for that gaudy polish, right? So that is going to hold on to my glitter. Okay, what do you guys think of it? I think they're cool. You love them, Shy? They're so cute. I know, I'm obsessed. So I did them on her at the salon. I'm like, these are so cute. But then when I saw her in her element and the shape I did and just this design, she's like, these are my favorite. She's like, I say that all the time with your nails, but these I'm obsessed over. She's like, I might do green, which is cool. Then I'll do green with like incredible green glitter on it. It would be so pretty too, because it would still have that Goldie glow with kind of like this glow. It would have a little bit of a Goldie glow with the lime green. She could get away with wearing funky colors like that for sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to get my manicure top coat. Okay. I'm just making sure I don't see any glitter anywhere. You could also come in and dust it off to see if anything will fall off. That'll help you as well. Then you're going to come in and you're going to kind of go over it really thin as you could get it. You don't need it to self-level over it yet. You're just kind of coating it. And this is manicure top, but you don't want to build any thickness, okay? This is so dang cute. It's so simple, but so cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I might as well just use my pin cure. And I could see some glitters on there with my pin cure. How much are these pin cures, babe? I know they're a lot less through Gemini, and then you could use your code. If you don't have a pin cure yet, you guys, you need one.
Where's your microphone at? Is it hitting your chain or something?
Oh, sorry, you guys. It's hitting my microphone's hitting my chain. I have a necklace on. There we go. Is that better?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So I went ahead and did this. Okay, I could see a little glitter sticking out there. I'm just going to go boop. And then now I'm going to go in with whatever top coat of choice. You could use gloss. You could use stain resistant. You could use gaudy top. You could use whatever you want. Let me see what I have at my fingertips right here. I actually used stain resistant on her. So let's see. Okay, so here's stain resistant. Hold on 1 minute. Let me open it. And it's because she's a hairdresser, so that's why I used a stain resistant. Hold on 1 sec. Where's my other? Okay, that one's a little empty. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. Stain resistant over the entire thing. Or whatever top coat you want to use, you guys. You use your own. I still got a glitter back here, so this is still extra work to get it out. I don't want any back there, so go ahead and get it out. If you see it in your top coat, no problem. Then come back through, and let's thin this out. Okay, let's come right here. Okay. All right, let's cure her for, and I like to cure her. I'm going to go like this with my finger here. And again, you can wear gloves if you want because I like my design to stay really tight. I don't like it thick at my tips. And I'm going to cure this for 90 seconds, 1.5 minutes, okay? So there's my stain resistant. I like to cure my stain resistant longer than 1 minute. I feel like it comes up to a higher shine. So let's go ahead and do that. Do you guys have any questions? Thank you so much, Karen McDonald. They are, I call it a funky French. I think it's cute. It gives a little style, plus, oh, it's a little edgy, plus like a little bit of art, right? Did I restart this? I must have. I heard it beep. It's okay. I'll let it cure. Finish out curing. What's that noise? That's beeping. That's weird. I don't know what it is.
Oh no, maybe the light down there.
That's so weird. It's all beep, beep, beep. It's still on, so oh well. Put my stuff away. All right. Let's turn this off. So what I'm going to do is come in with my swipe to remove my sticky residue from my stain resistant. Okay. And what I'm going to do now, and this is a must for this because they might feel a little roughness on the side from the glitter, right? You make sure you don't feel anything. Come in here. So this is just my version of a funky French on two different types. I really like the sheer white with it. Super pretty with this color. This one was a Gel X color called Ghosted. And it's a little different because it's a little thicker of a color, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this and got something out of it. Thank you for watching and enjoying and for liking and subscribing. Some of you guys are reposting these. Thank you so much. And tagging us on our Vibe Nail Lounge. Our giveaway is on Saturday. So good luck to all of you guys. And I really hope, let me see if this is in the middle. I hope you guys really, really like this. I thought it was super fun. I'm going to put the colors out right here to kind of show you what I used. I used Goldie Girl from Gemini Cosmetics. Use MJ15 for your discount. And I used Goldie. And this Goldie color was so pretty. I like on the top how it shows you the accurate color. And this is Man Go Away. So there's those two colors with these. That's kind of a cool shot right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me make sure I am in frame. I might not be. You guys have any questions at all about this? Thank you, Kim Murphy. I thought it was really, really cute myself. Go out a little. I don't know why it's not matching, but that's all right. Okay, so here's all these colors. All good. Did it catch up? Oh, it was on there. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. You have any last minute questions? Hope we get the Robert interview. That would be so cool. Yes, it will be. You guys hold on to your britches. It'll come through. You're so welcome, Biba. Thank you for tuning in. You're welcome. Gorgeous. All your art is beautiful, MJ. Thank you, Carolyn Zimmerman. That means a lot to me. Hi, I love. I'm going to try it. Yay. Chiquis? Chiquis, G. Chiquis. That's a cute name. Chicas. Such a cute name, actually. Thank you guys so much. Let's look at it a different way real quick, and then I'll sign off. Maybe you could have a better view this way. Let's see. Our little glitters. I like an outro picture that looks really cool, but I don't know if this will. That actually looks really cute with our little color right here. Love it, you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this. This is so cute. Make sure to charge more for it and have so much fun. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. See you Saturday. Bye.